discussions that we've had, you have a huge vision for NFTs and what this can mean for your organization that I think is really important for people to understand. Um, can you share with us a little bit, or with the audience, a little bit what your vision is for NFTs and how that might relate to helping out the Big Cat Rescue Foundation?
I would love to talk about that. So my 30,000-foot view of what could be done to save big cats is I don't believe that cat belongs in a cage. And yet people want to be able to see these amazing cats and we want to see them doing things that are natural, but hunting and raising their own young and everything I mean, I just love watching the cats bathe after they eat. I could sit there and watch a cat take a bath until they fall asleep. I can't get enough of that. And so if we're going to have a world where there are no cats in cages and yet still enable everyone to have access to these cats. I think the way that we will be able to do that is through 360-degree internet streaming cameras that are strategically placed in their natural habitats where they live. And those cameras would be sending out a feed that anybody with a headset could subscribe to that feed and be able to see cats all over the world and other kinds of animals too. I'm sure other people want to watch elephants or whatever, but I only want to see cats. And so, and the cats are the apex predators. So if you're saving the habitat and you're protecting those cats where they live, all of the other animals are going to show up because that's how nature and conservation works. And then the vast majority of the money that comes from those subscription feeds, I believe, should be channeled right back into wallets of the people who live where those cats live, not into their governments, not into a middleman, but everybody in that area that is protecting those cats would get a fraction of every one of the feeds in their area so that they all become game wardens who are protecting those animals and making sure that they have healthy forests. And if you think about the things that people fight over, we fight over resources. And if we are protecting those resources for the way that nature intended them to sustain the entire planet, and we're sending money from wealthier nations, people who want to come home at the end of the day and put on their headset and experience these cats in the wild. We're sending the money from people that want to do that to the people who actually have to live next to lions and tigers and leopards and deal with all of the things that that means. And so I see NFTs as the gateway to getting people interested in cryptocurrencies and digital contracts and conservation efforts. This is just the work that the NFT Jungle Collective is doing is just the very first step toward that kind of world that I can see. And I think people will love these NFTs. They're beautiful, they're different, they're going to have this future functionality that could be so freaking cool. And everybody who is a part of that is a part of these ultimate goals that we have for saving these wild animals in the wild where they belong. And that means a healthy planet for all of us. So thank you for letting me kind of geek out on that.
Hi. What?
Yeah, the Crypto Jesus, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I just want to say thank you. I understand where you're coming from, and you're in a weird spot where there's no right answer, right? Like these animals can't go back to the wild because of they're not trained for it, really. But at the same time, no one wants them in a cage. And I just want to apologize for all the future trolling you're totally gonna get because of the movies. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you for most people don't realize that when big cats are born in captivity, it's not legal to release them. So many people say set them free, and it's like, I can't do that. It's not legal. And they die very shortly because it takes their mothers years to teach them how to survive. So I think everybody's on the same page. We all want the same thing. They just don't understand why it can't be done the way they'd love to see it done.
Everyone thinks they know the way, but those same people want a tiger. They don't get there's a lot to it.
Yeah, about $10,000 per year per cat, just for food and vet care, not any of the overhead of the sanctuary. And that's another thing that the NFT Jungle Collective group is doing is generating the funds to be able to adopt. I forget how many of the cats they plan to adopt, but when they sell out, it will be providing all of that care for the cats in the sanctuary who can't go anywhere else.
It's 25, just to answer that one. So yeah, that's significant expenses. It's surprising for us to hear, obviously, as part of our like previous project and in planning for this. Like we spoke to a lot of different organizations and heard about some of the most difficult obstacles to overcome with a number of different animals. And yeah, I mean, there's a pretty poignant one, and obviously it's been highlighted, in the last couple of years more so than ever before. The issues that have been faced with big cats in captivity. So we're really excited to hopefully be able to do some real good with this. CEO Papa, I see you've got your hand up. You got a question, bud?
Yeah, I got here a little late. I actually just saw. I was just trying to read up on what you guys are doing because I'm a huge animal person. Love animals, uh, and I know Carole was just straight vilified and in the media. So I'm actually I'm actually kind of curious to like hear more about from her later. But like because I don't really know her except what was portrayed on something that was just who really knows what's real there. But I'm actually kind of more curious though to hear about the what you guys are doing with the NFTs. Like, is it written in the smart contract to give a certain amount back to the charity? Is there a charity? How does this really work? I'm trying to catch up here. I was behind.